Good day everyone, welcome to Campus Connect, a show where we discuss issues that matter most to us as a student. I'm your host, Ajewale Gifts, and I have two important guests with me and the student representative. Ma, please, can you introduce yourself?
Thank you very much, Gift. My name is Adurugbola, Mrs. Adurugbola Adenike, a lecturer in the Department of Communication Studies, West.
Thank you, ma. Sir, please, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Dr. Ogundeji Benjamin Kayode, a lecturer in the Department of Communication Studies, Bamidele Oniluwa University, Ikere-Ekiti.
Thank you, sir. Our student representative, can you introduce yourself?
I am Nifemi Timitayo, a student in the Communication Department.
Thank you. Let's dive into the... Sir, what can you tell us about gender disparity in education?
Now, when we are talking of a gender, you are talking of both male and female.
Yes, sir.
Because a lot of people will say, okay, let's just talk about male gender or female gender. But in most cases, I look at whether you're a male or female, both of them are having their genders, and there should be an interaction between the two of them. Okay. Without necessarily look at other things.
Yes, that's a great point.
See each other working together, whether male or female.
Oh. Thank you, sir. Sir, have you ever worked with boys, girls, women who are affected by gender disparity?
Thank you very much. First, I would like to add to what Doctor said. You know, disparity is like making obvious difference between something. Yes. That's disparity. So recently, I think, was it last week? A sister of mine was sharing an experience she recently had with me, and she said there's a new radio station in town, and they wanted to employ, and you know she went there for employment, for her to be employed. I mean, as the general manager, but eventually the owner of the radio station said no because she's a woman. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because they believe we are females and we have a lot of things to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, taking care of the home, the children, look after your husband, relatives. You as well go to work, do some other things. So they believe we are kind of tight and we won't have time, you know, to do that. So this disparity really, although it's getting better, but at the same time, yes, I've seen people who have been affected by, you know, gender disparity. You know, people preferring this preference for male
more than
over
female.
male. I mean, over female.
Yes.
So it's glaring. We have that seriously in our society.
So who do you think is more affected by gender disparity?
Definitely everybody, my audience, they know the answer already. The response is female, my gender.
So do you agree that female is more affected by gender disparity?
Well, I may maybe in one aspect. For instance, let me give you an instance. If you want to become a pilot,
Yes.
most of the airlines prefer to work like giving employment to female pilots. And when you ask them, say, what's the reason? The reason is that because they prefer that female pilot, they seem to stay more. Like they prefer but male, we are moving type. We can move and get another job, do some other things. But for female, because they consider so many things, they are like contentment. They have contentment in whatever they do. But when it comes to disparity or maybe one favor each other, I see that more of females are like not really because of their gender, but for male, we consider someone who suffers more.
I get what you say.
Yes, sir. We are. It's like we are underrepresented in most places in the society. You know, we have few numbers of women. Although people are fighting it now. You know, even in politics and other spheres of life, people are now fighting it. But naturally speaking, culturally speaking, that's the way it is. People prefer male over female anyway.
Thank you, ma. Ms. Temitayo, do you have any say on what they have said?
Well, if I'm going to say anything, I'm actually going to talk about the causes of this disparity. I'm actually going to talk about the causes of this disparity. I think this disparity came in line because majority of the people in the world, especially the past generations, believe that, okay, boys are better than girls. Men are better than women, ladies are better than the guys. And one of the causes of this disparity is traditional and cultural belief. You know, in some of the community, especially rural communities, they believe that educating boys is an investment. That whatever I give to the life of this particular boy is going to bring it back to me. So they believe that, okay, as a girl child, your education ends in the kitchen because eventually you are going to get married, and whatever it is you are going to do will be in your husband's house, cooking for your husband, and of course, your children. And I think another cause is lack of female role models. Like she said, she went into a news organization aspiring for the post of the general manager, and they refused our appointment, or let's say our employment, just because of our gender. So in a situation whereby people believe that women don't have leadership skills, they don't have the skills to lead other people. And I know that in Nigeria presently, if a lady should stand up and say, okay, I want to be the president of the country, even we, the females, will be like, what is she looking for? The post is not meant for her. This particular position is not meant for her. So I think that's one of the causes. When a young girl is looking at this kind of things, seeing this kind of things, he or she might feel like, okay, these things are not meant for me, and she will just relax and lack interest. It brings about empathy in female children. And another thing I have seen is harassment. Most of the people that are subjected to harassment, either in the streets, at home, schools, are majorly female. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So I think out of many causes, those are the few I can mention for now.
That's really a great point. So I think you want to say something, like you have something to add to what she has said.
Well, I may not totally agree with her, because I've seen some cases even as you see female harassing boys too. Yeah.
Even bullying.
Yeah, bullying in our society. So sometimes when people are talking about disparity or this or that, I laugh. I say both are suffering when it comes to gender harassment, gender this, gender that, disparities or that. It's for both. But I think what we should do as a society is to see ourselves, either male or female, as equal in whatever we are doing. Even in the schools, where you say lecturers harass students, or students, what about students harassing lecturers, students? So what we should do is just to balance, seeing each other as one, that we are both human and we should be able to work together. Then you know why people look. Let me also say this: when it comes to our issue of females being a boss to you as male in an office, if you are not very careful, there seems to be more power instigated. You are treated as if that maybe they see you as you want to. So both male and female should look at what can we do to balance. That's my own.
Do you have something to add to it?
Listening to the other lady, the student representative here, and my doctor talking, I think they have points. Because if you look at it, she has said it all. Culturally speaking, if you look at our culture, I mean, it's not even Yoruba or anywhere. In Nigeria, most especially, you will see that people, even our parents, when they give birth to male children, they tend to be very happy. Yeah. But I want to say something, and that's the reason I want to agree with Dr. Ogundeji as well, that things are changing fast. Females are breaking glass ceiling. We are doing exploits now. You understand? And I think we are getting to that place of balance in everything. So issue of disparity, I think we're getting better on it, because we are coming up. Actually, that's what I can tell you. We are coming up, and like you said, I think people should rally around females. Maybe we'll get there, or maybe I should say that, because I wanted to mention some few solutions that we can actually prefer, to this issue of disparity, which is believing in female first and foremost. Like you said, believing that as long as you are female or you are male, you are human. Whether you are male, whether you are female, we are humans. All of us are, we are human beings, and we should be treated equally. That's number one. Then secondly, everybody should be empowered, but most especially women, because male generally, anywhere they get to, they tend to look at them as leaders, even if they have not done anything. If a child should appear here now, sorry to say that, people will believe that there's a male there. That figure is there, whether educated or not. You know, there's a kind of, they will say, there's a is there a male person there, you know? They want to believe that male can, but now things are changing. We have male in the, anywhere, any sector you want to talk about. Is it academics? Is it any sector at all? Politics? We are coming out to do politics now. And I think one more thing we can do to curb this issue of disparities is to back this up with legal security. You know, in advanced countries, they have that already. You touch a female, you underrate, you can be prosecuted for it. You can't do that and get away with it. So I think in Nigeria, that should be adopted too. We can do that to support female. You know, then we need more advocacy. We need more people to come out and let people know, which is something I'm doing on one of my research now, work that I'm really carrying on my head presently, you know, is that because people tend to believe that, like Doctor said, that is actually, I'm happy today, is representing our male well on the program, you know, saying that, because when you're in the place of power as a female, the male gender especially believe that they will be intoxicated, you know, there's this kind of pride because they've underrated us before now. You know, before things getting better. That is the belief. My father is not an exception to that. You know, when we have a meal, go and ask your brothers. An average man would not want the wife to be better. We only have few of them who can take that. Do you understand? So that has been in place. So when you are somewhere, Obirini, you know, she wants to be a boss, she wants to be, and it's no longer like that. That's what I'm working on presently. People should come to a place of belief that we are equal, whether you like it or not. For example, I'm a mother. I have male, I have female. And I usually tell them, anywhere you get to, I don't want to see my son touching a female like this. Why? Because don't see yourself as being more superior, except you work together and you are opportune, you know, you have the privilege to be above. But naturally, don't see that female as if the person is lower than you are. Do you understand? So changing the mentality we have about the genders. Do you understand that male should be like this and female, although religiously speaking, God made it so. The male is supposed to be the head. We agree. We agree quite all right. But at the same time, we should be seen beside him. Do you understand?
Yes,
we should be seen. God has made us the helpmates, which means they cannot even sustain themselves alone. They can't live without us. They cannot exist without the support of the female. The female gender. So there is need for us, like you said, to work together. And we should come to term with that. So for now, thank you.
You know, apart from that, two cannot work together unless they agree.
Yes.
And Bible also said it that each of us, we are stronger than each other. That was why God made male and female. And that's why when you look at couples, you will discover that both of them cannot be the same. Is that one is hard, one is quiet.
Yes.
Because if you have the two of them being very hard, the male, female in the house, that means definitely by the time they are raising up their children, they are going to have a problem.
Definitely.
So God has already made that way. But I think I want to appeal generally to the society and people who are involved, policymakers, that they should have a forum where we discuss and see what makes the difference between the two. Then the orientation should come that, okay, whether male or female, whether you are richer than me, even if I marry you and you are richer than me, it doesn't remove anything.
It doesn't really matter.
So, but that we should see ourselves as like nothing should like separate. We should work
no segregation
and make sure that all of us work towards making society better.
With what you have said, I've seen some situations when guys will say they cannot marry a female that are rich, like girls that have money, that they will not be able to control them, like they will just do what they like because they have money. Okay. Now, what do you have to say about that?
Thank you very much. That's what I just said, you know. That's the belief of people. And that's why I said we need more advocacy. We need more movements. We need people, you know. We need non-governmental organizations to come out, individuals, present house, media houses, you know, they should really focus on this, and let's change the mentality, the orientation people already have, you know. Talking about disparity in gender, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Like, gradually you are becoming a woman. You will soon grow up to be a mother. Your duty, your responsibility, as we are saying on this program right now, we are advocating, and I'm sure it will get to some other people. So I think it should be from a person to the other person. You tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another relative to tell a friend. Do you understand? Till it gets and it cuts across everyone. Do you understand? So we need to make, for example, I have a program on air that I do, which is family based, and I tell them every now and then, if you really want to get the society better, it should start from you.
Yes, that's true.
Do you get it?
Yes.
It's not training my daughter to be respectful, to be cultured, to be this, to be that, neglecting the work I should do over my boy because of the belief our mothers, our grandmothers, our ancient, parents used to have that.